That's DOGE dividend shit.
Yeah.
They're all liars when it comes to this because this is exactly what we've been dealing with nationwide. Their big claim constantly is that they're going to cut this stuff and then that money is going to come back to us. They're going to give it to families. It's going to go back to Americans. You heard them during the campaign the entire time. Why are we helping these people around the world? We have veterans here.
Yeah.
And then they cut those same programs. I mean, one big cut that just happened that nobody's really talking about is there's a program that you know very well called LIHEAP.
Yep.
And that program, LIHEAP, is used for energy assistance for people across America.
Yeah.
Because of extreme weather conditions in this country, we have areas where it is unlivable for a certain amount of days. If you do not have air conditioning or if you do not have heat, you can die. Or you can have issues happen to your home. If it's below freezing for long enough and you do not have heat in your home, your pipes can freeze and then burst. Yep. Now your home becomes unlivable. If you cannot afford heat in some areas, then your lease is immediately invalidated because you have to be able to afford heat to be able to keep your heat under your landlord's agreement. And so the federal government and local states have had this thing called LIHEAP.
It stands for Low Income Home Energy Assistance Program.
Most of these people are still paying a bill.
Yeah, it's just discounted.
It's just that we're helping them out with a certain percentage of it because a lot of them are on fixed income, especially for seniors, for Social Security, or people that have children or things like that who aren't, maybe they're working for a corporation like Walmart and they're not being paid enough. So Walmart goes and hires nonprofits to make sure that these people know how to fill out to request for these grants. There's all these different things that are set up. This program, just so you know, 3 days ago, as of this recording, on April 1st, on April Fool's Day, DOGE, remember DOGE? Remember Elon?
Yep.
Remember those fuckers? They came in and they fired every single person who helps distribute the money for LIHEAP to the states to be able to then be distributed down to the individual service providers. That DOGE direction was handed to guess who? RFK Jr. is the one who did this. Remember that? Remember Make America Healthy Again? How the fuck are you supposed to be healthy if you're freezing? How the fuck are you supposed to be healthy if your pipes are exploding? How the fuck are you supposed to be healthy if you live in Phoenix, Arizona, it's 117 degrees outside? You fucking broken throat demon. Oh no, we're gonna make sure that there's no seed oils. How the fuck are they supposed to have healthy food and fresh vegetables if their electricity is shut the fuck off because they never made enough fucking money? And now everything else is going through the fucking roof. At the same time, Donnie's over here throwing in fucking tariffs to raise money on fucking everything. So now these people are going to have to pay more for everything. And at the same exact time, these same people are also going to not have enough money to cover their bills and now get evicted. Now, hey, maybe that'll handle the housing crisis, right? Maybe that'll bring down home prices. Fuckers.
Yeah.
I hate these Maha bitches. Every single one of them. Every single one of you fucking t-shirt selling grifters. I've seen you across there. I've seen you idiots partner with fucking InfoWars. I've seen you all run around trying to sell ivermectin to fucking people and all your other bullshit. I've seen each and every one of you. And who are you getting platformed by? The same assholes I fucking screamed at last week. There are programs that did so much good in this country for so long. We're talking about 40, 50 years that did such a good job that most of us don't even know they fucking existed. And unless you were like Mrs. P and you worked on a nonprofit to help people with this, or unless you had a specific family member who needed to reach out for this assistance, you don't know that they're gone. And you know what you're going to spend the next fucking 10, 15 years? We should have a program to help old people.
Oh my God.
With their heat. You know, where old people keep losing their homes. You're going to be saying that shit about Social Security soon. You're going to be saying that shit about Medicare and Medicaid soon. You know why? Dr. Oz just got put in charge of Medicare and Medicaid. Dr. fucking Oz. The puppy killer. He killed dogs. He was a fucking puppy killer. That was his job, was injecting dogs with fucking medicine. Huh? You crunchy hippie fucks. Sitting out there, we need to rub crystals and the vaccines are hurting the babies. He's a dog killer. Where you at, you Britas? You can excuse racism. They're killing dogs. How many members of this fucking administration have we found out have killed dogs, hurt women? All this shit.
I think it's all of them.
Anyway.
The thing that I always see on the internet from the MAGAs and the Mahas and the conservatives and the Republicans is like, we don't want our tax money to be used on these. Why don't we tax money on this? And my whole thought has always been, what do you want your tax money to go to? Because they're never talking about, infrastructure and fixing bridges, and they always scream they want to help veterans, but the VA just got fucking defunded.
Yeah.
Everything about the VA is crumbling, but they've been screaming about how we can't help people because we need to keep for our veterans.
We need to be help on our own first.
And so it's like, this is a program that keeps people's heat on in the winter and air conditioning on in the summer in places where there's really hot climates. This is such an important program. And like, as someone who pays taxes, as someone who pays a lot of taxes, right? I've paid taxes my whole fucking life. Even when I could have qualified for SNAP benefits myself, I had to pay a lot of taxes, right? I want my money to go to a program like LIHEAP. I don't want my money to go to the military industrial complex. I don't want my money to go to fucking paying for Elon Musk to get tax write-offs. Why can't my money go to LIHEAP to help seniors?
The biggest thing I've always said, if you want to really fucking nail it down on these fucking MAGA idiots when it comes to taxes, would be, which is what the federal government should do, which is at the end of every fucking tax season, after you pay your tax bill, you should be sent a receipt that says, with the percentages broken down for you yourself, oh, I paid however much in taxes this year. Okay, well, this much went to your Social Security fund. I know you think you're not getting that money back, but that money is coming back to you eventually through Social Security. This much went to your Medicare, Medicaid insurance. This much went to COBRA, all these different things, right? And then when you get down to we're talking to USAID, for some of these fucking people, it's like you spent maybe even a nickel.
Maybe a nickel.
For a bunch of y'all, you got a bunch of money back. Some of y'all are actually net negative. In fact, you're the one getting the money. Now, and I know some of these people are so fucking stupid that they can't understand what a negative is. You know how I know that? Because I used to work in a bank call center, and I had to listen to those conversations. I used to sit next to this lady named Shonda. Let me tell you something. When paychecks would roll in, especially around Social Security time, we had a lot of older clients, and I'll never forget, Shonda was behind me. And you know how when you got a clock going? Yeah. It's clock going, and around like quarter after and quarter till, it always weirdly, there's like a lull. Yeah. There's that weird little thing. And so if you're talking, it's a really loud room, you're having a conversation, blah, 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 and that's how my penis, and you're like, whoa, 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 whoa. And like the whole room's gotten quiet now. Everybody heard you. That's what happened with Shonda's call. We're all yapping. We're all on the phone. It's like 2:15 in the afternoon, and everybody's phone just happened to end their call. Yeah. We just had a low call volume. But Shonda's on the line, and it was right after payday. And this guy is called, and he was pissed because he was supposed to get, I don't know, $400 in his check. But when he opened his account, he only had $350. Okay. Because his account was negative.
So he had a late fee.
So he had late fees and all this other different stuff. But in reality, his account had actually already run negative because of some other things he had that were pending. Yeah. So he actually hadn't gotten hit by any charges, all this different stuff. He's like, technically speaking though, because this check came at the same exact time, the money was already spent. Yeah. And she's explaining to him. She goes, well, sir, you had a negative balance in your account. That's the reason why you don't have the full 400. Yeah. And he says, I don't understand. And she goes, what don't you understand? You owed $50. Yeah. So when 400 came in, you have $350. And he goes, I don't understand why I owed $50. She goes, because you ran your account negative. He goes, I don't know what negative means. She goes, and we all heard Shonda say the following. She goes, sir, you not understanding negative is between you and your 4th grade teacher. I have nothing to do with this. And then she hung up the call. And I think about that all the time because there's so many of these fucking people who do not, they definitely wouldn't understand a double negative. So if we gave them a tax receipt at the end of the year, especially on some of these places like Mississippi, if we gave all of Mississippi a tax receipt and explained to them how much they got fucking back, or Florida or some of these other states, because a lot of states in the Northeast and on the West Coast, and a lot of these blue states are subsidizing these red states who are then turning around and are trying to fucking harm the blue states and the blue regions. So you have these areas that are being actively attacked, and it's like, okay, well, if we show you the bill of where the money's actually being driven through, maybe you guys would understand. But I know for a fact they wouldn't, because some of these guys in these counties and in these states would look at it and be like, well, why do I have a negative bill? No, that means you're getting paid. Oh, fuck. Yeah. And now we're back through it, and Linda McMahon of WWE is the one running our fucking education department now, so it's not like math is going to math anytime soon. Hey, you made it to the end of this clip from one of our full episodes. Do you want to see the whole episode? Go down to the show notes right here and go click on the link and you can watch the whole thing. Or are you looking for more Too Many Tabs content? If you haven't already liked and subscribed, check out this playlist right here. It has all of our episodes that we've uploaded to YouTube.
Pearl Mania, Pearl Mania.